feel like we're doing a news, like we're news reporters.
Breaking news.
Hang on, I'm not very good at how this actual phone works. Just bear with everyone. Oh, look at us in our cream. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for another video. I've got a guest on the channel. I've got Leon here. I feel like you've been in videos, but never like a sit down video.
I've never felt so uncomfortable.
Yeah. I just really wanted to film this because I wanted to answer any questions that maybe you guys had. If you do not know, we are newly engaged.
She said newlyweds earlier.
I did say newlyweds. We're newly engaged, we're not newlyweds. And I had quite a few questions on Instagram just like about it, and I thought it would be quite nice to sit down and do a video like this. Don't worry, I won't rip you back on. Like, you don't have to do regular sit down videos. This is not going to be a regular thing. You have your own
channel
things going on. No, you have your own like job, and yeah. But I just thought it was quite nice to answer people's questions. Yeah. This is strong, this coffee.
I told you that.
Firstly, I just want to say a happy new year to all of you guys that are watching. I think this is my first video back in 2024. So yeah, happy new year. I know it's a little bit late and into January already, but I know this is my first video back. I want to apologise about my December uploads. Let's not talk about it. Let's just start with a good start for 2024. We're back uploading on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to try and do this in the best order that I can. These are questions that we got asked over on Instagram. Okay, someone has asked, how soon after meeting... How soon after meeting Georgia did you know you were going to ask to marry her? You can be honest, like, be completely honest.
Yeah, so, well, my mum, how often does she bring it up? Probably every time she sees you and speaks to you and anyone that you know. Yeah. So after the first night we met, we sort of messaged a couple of times, and she basically messaged me saying, oh yeah, like, the age might be a bit of an issue, blah blah blah. Okay, so, we need to clarify now, because now people are going to think you're like 21. When Leon and I met, Leon was like a year and a half younger than me. Yeah. Which, as you get older, I feel like is really not a big deal. But when you're younger, like a year and a half, or like, remember when you're at school and like someone's in the year above, someone's in the year below you at school, like it was like there was like an age thing. Like, I feel like that was a thing at that point, but like so, the older you get, the more it's like not a big deal. She basically said, oh yeah, I don't know about the age, blah blah, and one of my good friends is one of her good friend's brothers. Yeah. So she's like, oh, I think that might be an issue, blah blah. So I said, yeah, no worries, lovely to meet you, you're lovely, blah blah. Anyway, she stuck around, she kept messaging me, and then the day after I'd met her, my mum tells me that I said to her, oh mum, I've met the girl that I'm gonna marry. And then she says, about a couple of hours later, I turned around and said, oh, she doesn't want to marry me. She doesn't want to marry me back because she's not interested because of my age and because I'm friends with. No, we were just flirting. It's not, yeah. So to answer this girl's question, clearly at the time. So you knew when we met that we would get married? Yeah, I knew that I wanted to be with you, definitely. Definitely, and then marriage and stuff is a big part, obviously family and stuff, so I'd say yeah, very soon after we met. I feel like we've always been a couple that have spoken about marriage from quite early on in our relationship, which maybe that's quite unusual. But we did go a very quick pace from the start. Yeah, we did, but I think whatever works for you. Yeah, but I mean, as in, some couples are together for 10 years and they don't discuss marriage, and that's their prerogative. But I would say that's always been a conversation. Kids, marriage, like all of those big things. I feel like we've always spoken about from the beginning. I don't know why that is. I think when you meet the right person, those conversations come up. Like, yeah, exactly. The older you get, I agree. Not that you're in a rush, but like you don't want to be like, oh. No, I think you're right. I'll then talk about marriage or kids or anything, nothing too serious for 3 years. Like, I agree. If you've met someone that you want to be with them, then realistically, if you want marriage, if you want kids, you want that with that same person. Yeah, I agree. And I also like having like single friends around me. Nowadays, I feel like because we're all getting a bit older, when they go and date, those are conversations that do come up earlier on in their dating, maybe than later on, because they also want to know like, oh, if you don't want children and I do, then there's no point kind of pursuing this situation. Like marriage is maybe like a similar thing for some people. So very soon, basically. Yeah. My mum says next day. Okay, someone says, when do you think you guys will get married? Do you want to say? Yeah, 2025. Not this year. Yeah, we think maybe July 25. That's
Yeah, June, July. We're like quite open, like to
don't
kind of when.
Too late in the year though.
Yeah, I think we're thinking 2025. This year's just would be too much of a rush, and my best friend's getting married this year, and we've got loads of things happening in the summer, and it would literally be way too manic to plan a wedding in like a few months. So no. Someone's asked, how did you manage to keep it a secret?
I struggled like crazy, didn't I?
I'm going to link our engagement vlog in the description box, because if you haven't watched that, you're probably a bit like, well, how did you propose? We were abroad, and Leon proposed. So I'll leave it linked below if you want to watch that video. But yeah, sorry. But
Sid and Cass are at the airport. So the last thing was Sid and Cass at the airport. Cass and I went to the toilet when we were sort of checking the luggage in and the flights and passing the ring. So when we went through the scanner, in case it buzzed or whatever, George is the nosiest person in the world. So
if Leon's bag went off at security, I would have been like, why's your bag gone off?
So we went through first. Cass and Sid went behind us, and then as we went through, I said, oh, let's go get a seat and get ready for them to come.
Well, we went to go and get food because we were really hungry and we were going to get a table for them.
So that's how it come from there. But actually before, I told a couple of my close friends.
Leon told everyone. You know when you propose, you don't tell anyone, and then you propose. Leon decided that he was so confident because, you never know. You told the world, like everyone knew.
The week before, so I'd only told my best mate, like the friends and stuff, and I told him and said don't tell anyone, and his girlfriend and stuff. And then I went there the week before we went away, and we had a few drinks and went back to his house, and I said to his girlfriend, I was like, oh, so Bill's told you then? She was like, what? Like, what are you on about? And I was like, oh no. But yeah, so I then told all of my sisters, my mum, my dad, my sister's partners.
There was no one that Leon didn't tell.
Actually, I didn't tell your sister. I wanted to keep that one a secret. And then when I picked the ring up, her mum was like, oh, bring it round. Me and Liv really want to see it. And I was like, oh, you told Liv?
Well, I think that follows on probably to the next question that people have asked me. I'm trying to find it now, but people have like asked, did you ask my parents?
Yeah, I spoke to Georgia's mum first. I just sort of asked for her honest opinion and if she'd be happy and etc. And then once I'd asked her mum, I then had a half marathon at the weekend with her dad, which was my first one I did any training for. So I decided to do it at the end of that. So the whole way through I was thinking, oh, I want to stop. I thought I better not, because he'd definitely say no if I don't finish. Because he's ridiculously fit and very good at running. Yeah. But yeah, so I asked him, he was pretty shocked that I asked.
I think he was. Because I think the thing is with this question, because like some people have said like, did you ask George's dad's permission? And like, I don't think you were ever asking anyone's permission. Like, I'm not owned by anyone. I'm my own self. Like, you could have asked me and not asked my parents. I think it was a respect thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to do that.
No, but as in like you were giving them a heads up. I don't think you were asking. I'd like to think you weren't asking them. It's not like an ownership thing. Like, I hate that. Like, I'm such a feminist. Like, but I'm also traditional. So I love the fact you asked my parents, or you ran it past my parents. But I also am not a fan of the whole like you have to ask for permission. Like,
I think getting their
blessing.
Their blessing, yes, but then it's like I've known since we've met really that I wanted to marry you, and then it's when's the right time to ask that question, whether it's financial or wherever you are in your relationship and stuff. So I wanted to get their input basically on, do they think I'm ready, but do you think we're ready as a couple, and things like that, you know? No, just
you're very nervous.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Okay, somebody has put, so happy for you both. Big wedding or intimate wedding? Thank you so much for your comment.
Thanks.
Medium-sized wedding, I think.
Yeah.
I'd love to do you know what, I keep seeing these people that have these intimate weddings where they literally have like 20 people at their wedding.
I wouldn't like that, I don't think.
See, the more I'm like, okay, I think I'm getting into like drama of weddings online, because people are like, biggest piece of advice, like, don't do this, don't do that, and then they're making this, and they're like, don't, everyone's gonna have an opinion, and I'm like, oh my word, like they're making it, people online make it sound so stressful, and maybe it is stressful, you can let us know, that now it's making me think, oh my god, we just have 10 people turn up, like.
No, I get you.
I get why people do a small wedding. I can understand why, but I think that's something we would never probably want.
We wouldn't want, and we wouldn't be able to either with our friends and family and stuff. Like we're just so popular.
Yeah, I know. And like a big wedding, I think is probably also really lovely if you've got like a huge family, extended family, if that's something that's like traditional to you, like culturally or something. But I probably wouldn't want someone at my wedding that I have not had a convo with, just personally, like, because I think it's about celebrating us as a couple, and if someone anyone was there that didn't even know us. Okay, somebody has said, how did Elle choose the ring? And somebody else asked, did you pick the ring together or look at rings together? I've had a few questions about if we went and picked a ring together or if I knew. I didn't know, by the way. Like when Leon proposed, because I think people have said as well in our engagement video, like, oh, you knew, da, 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 da. Leon was definitely acting peculiar. I was actually wearing lemon, not white. It looks white, but it was actually lemon.
She did ask me, there was 2 outfits she tried on, and the other
one was blue.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that one looks so much nicer.
And I am someone that literally wears, I literally wear white. You guys know if you watch my YouTube videos, I'm constantly in neutral colours, so it wasn't that weird for me to wear a light coloured dress that day, but I didn't know that Leon was proposing. It was only when certain things were happening, like closer to the actual moment, that the cogs were sort of turning in my brain. But also I think you talk yourself out of it. So yeah, I didn't know when we went to Dubai and when we were on our holiday, so we didn't go pick out rings together.
We never even looked at them, did we?
No, but I have friends that have done that with their partner, and I think if that's something that you guys want to do, I think it's really quite a nice thing to do. I think whatever, there's such like a traditional way of like proposing and like getting married, but everything works for everyone. But whatever you want to do, I don't really think it's anyone's business. No, not in a horrible way.
I don't think I personally would have wanted to go ring shopping with you.
Yeah.
Because then it's like the element, Georgia isn't the biggest surprise person, but I love doing something for as a surprise.
You love surprises.
Presents and
experiences.
I'd always rather do something as a surprise. So I'd rather her not know what engagement ring is going to look like, be like, any of that, have any input into it. Even her mum and sister, or my mum, didn't tell anyone, just...
you picked the ring. It was bespoke. It wasn't one that they had available.
They made it, I can't remember how long it was, but they did all these things, and then it comes back, and underneath the diamonds...
It's a hidden halo is what it's called.
Yeah, so there's a hidden halo, which when it comes back, it first didn't have that, and the lady who was amazing, she noticed it and sent it back off to say that this needs to be done. So yeah, no, it's good. It
is like the most perfect ring. Like I've always wondered what my engagement ring would be, and I've always thought about my engagement ring, which probably some girls do and maybe some don't, and I've never known, because I think you don't know until you try rings on. I think it's quite hard to know what, like, you can like rings, but how they're going to look on you is a bit more of a difficult one. So I feel like we had probably subconsciously discussed rings in the sense of like we're watching a program and I've been like, love her ring or whatever, but I had never like sent you a picture of a ring like, that's the ring I want. I knew, you kind of knew, maybe.
I knew what I wanted to get, and I knew what I thought you would want, and I chose a platinum, because she wears gold on every finger and jewellery and stuff, so I wanted to make sure it was completely different to all the others. And then that make it a bit stand out. So.
But I also think you got lucky there, because I know some people that wear one type of jewellery, like gold or silver or and whatever it is, white gold, and they will not wear any other type. I mix and match my jewellery all the time. Like I have a silver necklace on with pearl earrings and a gold ring, so like, and I have like gold bracelets, so I kind of mix and match my jewellery. But actually, I'm really glad that this is, like, there's elements to the ring that I maybe would have like not gone for, but I'm really happy you did, like the diamonds around the band. I never would have thought of that. I love that, like I love it so much. I also love that you picked the ring. Like I love that I actually didn't have an input in the ring at all. I love that you went out without your sister, without your mum, without my sister, like by yourself. You picked something that you thought I would like that makes it so much more special to me.
When I told her mum, no actually I told her mum, she's like yeah wow, and then I went there on the way home from picking it up, went in and showed her, and she was like, oh my god, blah blah. She was really shocked, wasn't she?
Yeah. Someone said, are you going to ask him what type of wedding dresses he likes? No, I will not be asking Leon what type of wedding dresses he likes, because he actually has a lot of opinions, and if it's a wedding dress I really love, I won't want to know if he doesn't like it, because then I won't pick it. So I'd just rather not know.
Yeah, I'm better
we'll
off
see on the day.
Surprised.
Yeah, but and there we go.
I like everything. I like everything, but and I am easygoing. But then when I'm easygoing, Georgia goes, oh blah blah blah. So when Georgia asked me, oh, do you like these flowers? And I go, oh nah, they're too bright or something. She would say I'm picky, but then if I went, whatever, she would say I don't care. Right. So I need to have an opinion.
Okay, someone said, any moments when you thought Georgia knew that you were going to propose, I'm assuming?
At 5 o'clock in the morning one morning.
Oh yeah.
I was looking for one of her rings and I couldn't find it, and I thought that she wore it on
this finger.
That finger. Like the other side. When she woke up and see me rummaging through her bedside table drawer
at 5 AM
and said, "What on earth are you doing?" The first thing I could see was power banks. So I told her that my phone hadn't charged at night and I needed to take a power bank.
It was the most bizarre thing. Like, but I was so tired. You know when you're like, it's the middle of your sleep, like you're in your deep sleep. Yeah. So I was quite disoriented anyway when I woke up. Like it wasn't like I like leapt out of bed. I was I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and
you were like, I need a power bank. And I was like, there's 4 in there. Because I thought in my head, well, there's like 5 power banks in that drawer. Like, just take one and go. Like, what on earth did he do it? Because this is when you're obviously getting up very early for work in the morning, by the way. He doesn't just wake up at 5 AM and need a power bank. So that was a bit strange. But I never put those 2 things together. I just thought it was strange, but I went back to sleep.
Yeah, and then maybe when I tried to keep it a secret that I went and collected the ring, so I told her, I think I might have said I was working out, I went to the gym or something, and Georgia was in Bicester with Katie, and she was back late anyway, but I didn't tell her that I'd been to her mum's or anything to show her. And then the next day,
I went to my mum's.
She went to her mum's and she went, "Oh, Leon was here last night." When
Leon was here last night, so I was like, "Why was Leon here last night?"
And then she asked me why I was there, and I said, "Oh, I went round to ask her dad some questions or something." I can't remember what I said it was.
No, I can't remember what you said it was.
But yeah, then I thought, oh god, that might not be a good one. So I text Vanessa
and told her off.
I text her mum and give her a telling off.
Okay, someone's put, I mean, this might be a bit of a controversial question, but I feel like
I know what you're going to ask.
I'm going to ask it. Why are you choosing to get married? Your thoughts and beliefs behind marriage for you?
I just think it's very traditional from such a young age. Like, you watch stuff, television, your grandparents and all these things, and every conversation there's marriage. When 2 people find each other, they get married, they have children, etc. And I think in my head that's always what I've always aspired to, have a family and that kind of stuff. So getting married is a part of that process for me. Just my ideologies from being a kid and stuff.
Yeah, I think it is that like ultimate commitment, and same goes with other things. Like I think getting a mortgage together is like a commitment. I think there are other ways you can commit to your partner. I don't think it's like just marriage, but I think like it is a commitment. It isn't something you can like easily leave. Like when you just live with someone, or when you're just going out with someone, it is more easy to just like throw the towel in type thing. I think when you're married, like you're making a commitment to one another. Like, this is what I want for the rest of my life.
You're gonna make it work together, and you want to do things for them and vice versa.
Yeah, and I think again, similar to you, like I'm traditional in the sense that I just know I've always wanted to get married. Like I have friends that are like categorically, no, marriage doesn't interest me. That is like their thing. Like everyone has their own thing that they want. Yeah. But I'm not like, I mean, I'm not super religious, so it's not like a religious thing necessarily.
And same, I'm not.
Were you nervous before proposing?
Scale of 1 to 10?
I would say a solid 8.
I'd say 16. I was petrified. And I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I knew you'd say yes.
Alright.
But it's just, in my head, I wanted everything to be absolutely perfect, didn't I? So I wanted the sunset, I wanted the boat, I wanted everything absolutely perfect, and I wanted to be able to treasure the moments. We got the cameraman, videographer, and then I just wanted it, like I said, to be perfect. Trying to put the songs on and things like that, and then as soon as anything went a little bit out of sequence or anything, I was stressing myself out because I was thinking, oh, it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be amazing, etc. But no,
you were super nervous.
I was super nervous, and to be fair, when I finished the marathon or half marathon and asked your dad, I was really nervous to ask him as well. Don't know what. Obviously, I had just a really weird feeling in my stomach, and I was a little bit emotional finishing the race anyway because I hadn't trained and stuff. So then asking him, I was like a bit blubbery lip, and then when I asked you, I was proper.
Yeah, we were both a bit emotional though.
Yeah, a bit emotional.
We were both like in our fields, weren't we?
Yeah, it was good though, it was really good.
It was really good. I'm so glad we have it. Like for some people they don't have any pictures or a video, and that's their thing. Like, and I know I do social media, so obviously like which is really nice because I have to share it. I have that to share on socials, but I also love that I have, because I have the other version of that video that you guys haven't seen. Yeah. There's the audio version that's like, there's a private video where you can hear more of our conversation, and like that I haven't posted on social media just because I don't want to, but also like the videos for us to have to show our kids, to show our grandkids, to show our family. Like that's why I'm glad we have it. Like some people don't want that, they just want the moment to be completely the two of them. Yeah. But I'm really happy because I don't know about you, my memory is absolutely dreadful. Yeah. I actually actually like the fact that we can watch the video back.
So am I, and to be fair, before you, I was terrible with my phone and picture. I am with you, I'm terrible, aren't I? So it's nice that you are able to take photos and videos, and so we can then look back at it and remember and experience when we've got kids, we can show the kids, etc.
Yeah. Right? A few of you are asking how old we were and when we met. So how old were we?
23 I was, maybe? 22?
So was I 25?
I might have been 22. No, you was not 25. No,
how old was I? 24?
Yeah.
Was I 24?
Yeah.
I was 24 and you were 23. No, you weren't.
I was.
You're 22.
Was I 22?
Yes, because you turned 23 in the...
No, I turned 24.
Right, so I must have been 25 then.
Right, okay. I don't know. What year was it? What are you doing?
This is so bad. Right, let's just graze over how old we were, because we can't remember. How did we meet? We met in a bar, and it was still when kind of COVID rules were like a thing. So like you had to like sit at a table, you couldn't stand up and dance and things like that. And a friend of mine knew a friend of yours. Yeah. So she went over to say hello to the friend. I like awkwardly sat by myself for like 45 minutes, like... Yeah,
literally a long time.
Kind of really awkward, like...
And in that time though, I said to her friend, oh, who's your friend? Like, she's really pretty, etc. And she went, she ain't gonna be interested in you. Yeah, no chance, mate.
Yeah.
Because you know who you are.
Yeah.
And then...
That's Kayla, by the way, because people on here will actually know Kayla from way back when.
So Kayla tried to sack me off. And then Georgia come over and sat next to me and was talking to me quite a lot, and I sort of give her the cold shoulder because I thought, well, I'm not wasting my time with you, you ain't interested. And then she thought I was a little bit rude, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then we ended up talking and continuing, and then took her out the next week to a wine bar. We got very drunk.
Very drunk. We actually ended up, for any fun fact about Leon and I, on our first date we ended up in a nightclub till 4 AM.
Yeah, we had probably 2 bottles of wine in the wine place.
Yeah, champagne.
He come over with some champagne saying, you look like such a nice couple, etc. He still works there, and it's actually really funny. We went there with our mums the other week.
And told him that we're engaged.
And the same guy that was there for our first date was there again. He's like, oh my god, you got engaged. Yeah. It was good, wasn't it?
Really funny. Will you have an engagement party?
Yes, we will. Yeah.
Well, this question was asked before we had our engagement party. We did end up having an engagement party.
We did. It was very good.
Yeah, we weren't going to have one. And then I just kind of thought, well...
I want one.
I want one. I just thought,
I said yes, boss.
Do you know what? I wanted to, like, long out the celebrations. That's how I felt. I felt like, you know what? We're engaged. Let's celebrate with our friends and family.
Yes.
And, well, we didn't actually even have, like, family, like, we had close family there, but we literally had, it was like a friends thing.
But, yeah, it was quite small, though, wasn't it? It wasn't a lot of friends and stuff there. It was just very close friends, a lot of couples.
Yeah. But it was really nice. It was really nice. It was just something small, but it was nice. We had like a cake, we had balloons. I'll put some pictures on the screen.
And here's the cake.
Oh.
And here's the balloons.
Oh. Do you plan on getting married here or abroad?
In this house. Chips.
If we got married in this house, we wouldn't be able to have anyone at the wedding. Because this house, we had a party just before Christmas with our friends. Like, not really like a party, but like drinks and food.
Yeah.
And there was like 12 of us or 14 of us or something.
I think it's 14.
We could barely all fit in the house. Like, in all seriousness, like our house is very, I love our house, but it's like a Victorian terrace house.
Yeah.
It's narrow long and narrow. If we could never get married in this house or in the garden, we literally would fit like 10 people, not even 10 people in that garden.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna get married in the house. That was random.
Stupid.
Are we getting married here or abroad?
We think we're gonna get married abroad, possibly Italy, don't we?
Yeah, we're still figuring all of that out.
Yeah.
And if you have any tips for us about wedding stuff, like planning weddings, anything like that, please leave it in the comment section. Yeah, this is a good one actually. I'm going to make you do this one. Okay.
How did you meet, and did you immediately think husband?
Oh, literally immediately. I was like, there's my husband.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was worried about not worried about when we first met, but I think as women, this is more of a thing. Like, I obviously want to have a family and things, and I knew you were like, he's like a year and a half younger than me. I think I was a bit like, oh, well, you want the same things at the same time as me? So I think that's why I was even more shocked when you proposed. Not shocked, that's probably not the right, but surprised that you wanted what I wanted because you're a year and a half younger than me. And I feel like, this is generalising, so I don't know if I should say it, but I feel like men maybe like, that's something they don't want till later anyway. Yeah. It's quite rare that they want it younger.
Yeah, well, I'm getting on.
So
I am way mature beyond my years.
Really?
Though.
What I was going to say, someone said, like, did you think husband immediately? I feel like our relationship has matured so much.
Yeah.
I feel like we were finding our feet at the beginning of our relationship. Yeah. We're very different personalities. Like, Leon's a Scorpio and I'm an Aquarius, just quite a mix. And I feel like the way...
Scorpio's a cute, kind, bubbly one, isn't it?
So yeah, so I feel like the husband thing has happened like as we've gone forward. Hubby. Oh, well, I'm not a fan of when people say fiance. That's my fiance. Oh, I feel like you just sound like a bit of an idiot. Like, do you remember when you were a kid and someone would say, do you remember when like teachers would be like, I've got a fiance, and it just sounded a bit... So I still say my boyfriend, which I know is really bad. Is that really bad? I just don't like the word fiance.
So she says boyfriend, so she actually underplays the relationship. And I say my wife.
You go out and about and say my wife.
My wife.
People must think that's very strange when they meet and we're not married yet.
I mean, no, but that's it. I say it's a joke, and your mum always goes, not yet, she's not.
Yeah.
Or I always say, oh, but mother-in-law.
You always call my mum. You always call my mum your mother-in-law. Like, I feel like since like
since day 1, to be fair, yeah. The mother-in-law, and she always goes, you're not yet.
Right. Are we going to finish this then?
Yeah.
These candles here were from our engagement party, and I just felt like they'd be cute in the video, so hence why we've got all these candles going. Oh my word, don't do that. Got them from the range, for anyone who's wondering. Okay guys, I think that's it. I feel like we answered quite a few questions. If you've got any more, feel free to ask me over on Instagram or leave them in the comment section and I'll try and get back to you. But I feel like that's your Q&A session over. You don't have to sit down on YouTube. You're going to be so, like, you can just be in vlogs. You can relax.
Yeah, I'm a bit more relaxed there.
In the vlogs. Yeah. I know. You were definitely a bit stressed in this one.
A little bit, yeah.
Not your normal.
Yeah, I'm not really an actor.
I think it's hard when you're filming, so like...
I'm more of an actor, not a journalist.
Right, and you feel like we're like...
Reporter.
We're quite newsreader vibe, is that what you're feeling? Okay. Thank you guys so much for all of your questions. I hope you did enjoy this video. We will see you all I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will leave all my other links below if you want to check me out. And I think that's all I have to say.
Ciao.
Bye.